Welcome back to Factorio MSX Gigabase. Okay, so we kicked off science and I've finished the first 11 levels of worker robot speed, which gives us much faster robots. Yeah, they've added sort of 400 and something %. In fact, we can come over here, have a look at the bonuses. Robot speed, here it is, movement speed plus 630%. That is pretty significant, but well, I mean that's really good, and it's probably helped a lot. The factory at the moment is not doing research, but obviously there's a little bit of catch up here. We're doing what, 134,000 plates. It's not really that significant. This is almost up to 15, so that's a small concern. I guess we are kind of rebuilding stocks of some of the sciences, so there is that. The reason I stopped it is because we are out of fuel. We're not getting fuel delivered to the rocket silos, and part of the problem is actually traced to, I'll show you where I'm standing, where I did this adjustment. Apparently it doesn't work. The train does not want to turn onto there, so I'm going to have to try and move this little squiggle along over here and see if I can get the trains to, if this is able to start slightly further down, maybe I can make it work. Otherwise we can go over the top. I might experiment with going over the top actually first. It's probably the easiest surgery, if any surgery is possible. So what we'd need to do is put in a train stop. And it would need to be about there. And that train stop would in fact be exactly the same as that train stop. So what I might do is back you up. Why can't you back up more than that? Oh, because actually we are one too far up. I'm going to take this out. Let's just see if we can find another spot for this. The correct spot for the train stop. 1, 2, 3. It looks like it's probably there. Is that right? No, that one is connecting at the wrong end. Maybe it's one in front of that. 1, 2, 3. Supposed to go to here. No, it didn't pick up the name, that's why it didn't. There we go. Now, go to oil 7, please. You don't want to because you've got this oil 7. Now, go to oil 7. Do these align? So this is my biggest problem, is trying to get these silly things to align now, because they were designed with the train on the other end. Come on, back into manual mode. Oh, come on, back up. Go to oil 7. That one connects to here, that one is not connecting where we want it to. Okay. Manual mode. that looks like it's too far back. Let's give ourselves a little bit more room to play with at this other end. Go to oil 7. Why can't you get to oil 7? Are you still not called oil 7? Oh, good grief. Of course you're not, because I moved you. Oil 7. Go to oil 7. This is very annoying because I'm going to have to rip all these guys out. Waste all of this oil just so I can move this stupid thing's orientation. It shouldn't work that way. You should be able to move the train station and have it align, but I don't think you can. Okay, is it at all possible to come from there? Get rid of that. So that would be the lowest, or the minimum it had to go. 1, 2, it would have to come through. It would have to come through about there. Which of course doesn't tie into this thing, but that's alright. Because this bit doesn't really need to exist. If we are going to be able to make this work, this bit doesn't need to exist. And so this is just a corner, not a critical junction. Alright, well let's try and do that then. Let's get it back to working the way it was. Train stop. About there, is it? No, you're not oil 7. You are now. Oil 7, you go to oil 7. You already think you're at oil 7 because of this one. Go to oil 7. Now they look like they're lining up properly again. I think. Hard to be 100% sure. Let's assume it's all okay. Rip up this track. I don't really want to rip up. Well, it doesn't matter if I rip up the power. I'm going to replace it in a moment, so it probably doesn't. Fast construction bot, guys. This is what they're like. This is what we've been waiting for. And you, of course, do not align with this thing, as we already knew, but we don't care. Because we are just going to rip up this stuff. Guy's just going to come in like so. get rid of this construction. Just don't need it, it's just in the way. You don't get a bonus on bot charging, they still need all the charging that they had before, but you do get a bonus in that they get the job done faster. So the total amount of charging can potentially be less. You need to be there, you need to be there, right. Let's see if a normal straight will connect in. Oh, that has been sufficient for this one to get going again. So let us see if we can replace this bit with normal straights. Obviously we are going to need to carry this process of removal of this track on a little bit further. Move it up slightly from where it was. Why are you not 60/60? Because of reasons unknown. Okay, that's fine. Higher, start a bit of a tree collection. How long here do we need to go? There should be a rubbish stop just down here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run down here to deposit this rubbish. Now the thing is, I mean, this will fix up this particular point of congestion, but it is not the whole problem. I know that we're not producing enough oil. It seems that oil may have to be the first cab off the rank. Oh, where are you going, guys? No, I don't want you guys to take it. I want the rubbish train to take it. Here, down here. That's better. Look how much faster these guys are. It's just incredible. How are our stats? 94,000 iron. Almost 60,000 copper. Obviously we're not getting the full consumption because we don't have I mean, red circuits are basically draining the excess supply to make it easier for us to convert them over, so we still have that going on. Let's jump over here. Feeling a bit slow with my batteries drained. Running down there probably has given them a chance to recover a little bit. Okay, let's carry on the building across here. Oh, not much further really. So that's good. Let's take that out. More trees for our collection. And this is really, we've kind of finished solar for the moment. We may not have, and that's, I guess, why I'm laying down more. Well, let's prioritize laying track, guys. I'll have to check on fuel in a moment. In fact, we can check on, yeah, we're still not getting the fuel through, so just fixing up this particular bit of congestion has certainly not fixed the problem. These are not producing enough rocket fuel. Here's a train that's trying to load, it's at 3k, but there's nothing coming through because the way this is set up, it needs a certain demand on plastic, which isn't happening because we're not making the red circuits. There's only a little bit for low density structures that's happening. This should kick off some demand here. It's probably requesting fuel from way back, but they can't get through because this hasn't cycled at the rate it's supposed to, and I can't make this a whole lot bigger because there isn't room between there and there. So a lesson for the future is to make that a little bit larger. But anyway, because we do actually have all of this crude, it's just we need to force some of these out to make room, so we might have to do that at the end of the episode. Come on guys, we don't need you just sitting around doing nothing. Here we go. Let's get this done. We will eventually get to the red circuit rebuild. It is definitely on the ticket of things that must be done, so it's not too far off. Yeah, I think I need to do that. And then that. And then if we come in here, we can see that these wires are not connected, so we will connect them, because we do need them for the supply train up to where the solar was building. Come on guys. Finish this off for me, thanks. And of course this one needs connecting as well. So yes, that the superior speed of the construction bots certainly does feel good. This station is now back up and running, so we can get back to our train, which is probably blocking stuff at the moment. I might have to go for a bit of a detour to get it back to somewhere sensible. But we have finally provided enough room for the trains to get in and out of oil 7. That's the main thing. I just need to make sure that they can actually... Oh, this signalling has to be fixed as well. Yes, alright. And you need a chain signal here, 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 and you're going to need a chain here because might break that segment up. The rest of it should be fine. Right, how much congestion have we caused? Oh, more wires. There we go. That should have re-established all the wires. Right, where's our train and how much congestion have we caused? We don't appear to have caused any, but I'll be surprised if we can just safely get out of here. Maybe we can if we back up to Solar Farm. Alright, let's do that, and then we can go through to oil northeast, try and force that to work the way we want it to. Landfill solar doesn't exist anymore, that's fine. Oil northeast is there, let's go. So basically all I want to do here is force the oil trains to why the hell are we doing that? Oh, because there was no room. Alright, fine. Doing a silly maneuver. Okay, so if we need to make 2 gaps. So what I want to do is I want to find out which one of these is most likely. 193 isn't too bad. 174, 227, so the third one's not bad. And that's got nothing. And that's got... Did I look at the right thing? No. So the first one's already occupied. The second one has 1.9k. The third one 2.2k. Fourth one 3.1. So the fourth and the third look like the best stations to occupy. We'll just force a train in there and just leave them sitting. Go to manual please, and so that's 1, 2, 3, and this one should be 4. So if we tell it to go there now, well, no, we actually have to go in there and force it past this control. That's what we needed to do. Let's just go there. One, and a second train should start letting some of the fuel trains in, I think. Let me just check. Yep, that's a fuel train. That's not, but that shouldn't cause a problem. A bit of luck, this one will come through next. Right, you go to manual mode. So that's 1, 2, and this one here should be 3. And if we tell it to go to rocket fuel load, as soon as these start getting crude oil, there you go, crude oil coming in there. A lube train coming through. Another lube train coming through, and then we're getting oil, that's good. We're getting another oil, that's good. Lube taking off, no, not lube, that's our train. We're going empty, so yeah, the lube needs the cycling of the oil as well. Who is going to win? Okay, so that's good because this one should result in this train filling up. This is why I don't rely on entirely, this is an entirely mechanical system, and I don't normally rely on entirely mechanical systems just for this very sort of reason. But as soon as I start seeing some of these fuel trains pulling out, I'll be happy. So all of the basically all of the light oil should be being turned into fuel or filling up these, which is just as good in a way because that means it can be used later. this doesn't have that far to go. I might skip a little bit of time, assuming that this is enough to get it to go. So these should, the ones at the ends do take longer to fill, so even with this, I mean most of the oil is just being ripped out immediately, so they do take a little bit longer to fill up. There you go, that one's gone. Oil is still trying to get through, so we do need this guy or this guy to completely fill. Fill is 3.2 thousand rocket fuel. Of course the robot is now probably a massive oversupply. Yeah, we're barely using 10 of them. $2.7. How is... So light is continuing to grow, which would mean that none of the light to plastic are being used. Light to, sorry, petroleum. So all of this is being drawn off the petroleum, which kind of lets these go if they're needing to do very much, which they don't actually appear to be. Oh, so what's jamming this guy up? Lubricants are filling. 99. So you're coming in here. This is not connected. Damn. I made some adjustment that has not been fully applied. Where am I? I'm over here. It's fine in one. In two, it's not so good. Alright. Let's try... Oh, I don't have what I need. I need some pipes. I wasn't expecting to need to do this. Do I have any pipes on this train? I do not. Do I have any pipes in storage? I do not. Alright, well let's just run over, get the supply train, which I think is at rest currently. Oops, it's just up here. The supply train to deliver me some pipes so I can fix that problem. Yes, it's at rest. Right, we need... Don't need any of this stuff. What we need is some of these in the amount of, say, a stack. We better get some of those as well on. There we go, that shouldn't take it very long. And we'll pause and wait for that to get through. It does look like something has let some of the oil trains through at least. It's still a long way away on the lube. No wonder the lube's not working, because they haven't been able to output their lube properly. Supply train's on its way. The things that you only find when you put your factory under some level of pressure. Oh, and there goes my doodad. Iron 12. Okay, let's see if we can find some space to deploy a miner in Iron 12. Looks like that was the last one. There we go. Shouldn't take very long. I think our construction has sort of ended at 851,000 solar panels, or very close to it. I guess the construction bots just need to empty that first. Here we go. Supply train. Give me your pipes and give me those pipes to the amount of 100. Let's go fix up this oil stack. I don't have an auto trash going on those, do I? Why am I only getting... oh, because I've only got 90. Yeah, make it 100, guys. Thanks. Looks like they've over-delivered a bit, so if I run out, I can always get some more. We shouldn't actually need very many for each part, though. Yeah, this bit here is basically what we're after. So what have I got that I don't need? I don't think I need that. Let's just grab that, do that. There we go. That should enable oil to go at maximum pace there. Should jam that in there so that it doesn't, I don't lose it. Because actually, I am going to do some range on the artillery train so I can give it a better run for its money. And I think while I'm here, I actually do want to stop the lube train coming in here when there is nothing. There's no lube here, so I don't actually want you coming in, guy. Now what was the setting for the lube? I think this is lube. Oh, no lube? None. But yeah, that looks like the lube here, and it's basically lube less than 280,000. Close the signal up. So you will be... no, not you. You will be close the signal when lube is less than 280k. There's no point having lube trains coming in and out of there as they have been when there is nothing for them. We've got tons of stuff left, so let's get rid of those. Now what have we got? What have we got here? We have got... it looks like we don't have oil trains coming through at the moment. Lube is... well, this is working, so that would mean all of these are working, I would think. Yes. That should help our lube situation quite a lot. Why are we at 56? 16? Are we doing some major... I wouldn't have thought so. I guess we are launching stuff. To me that counts as 60-60 still. If we scroll in far enough, we're there, but obviously we still have some way to go to get to 60-60 because we still have some building to be done, and we're not actually running red science at the moment. So what we've done so far clearly is not enough. Anyway, guys, fixing oil is probably all that we actually have time for. There's probably lots of other things I want to do at the moment, but are you guys launching? Do you have rocket fuel? No. Has this moved? Probably. I haven't noticed. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye for now.